What's going on, guys? So I thought I'd do a quick video today from my kitchen cupboard because that is where the camera currently is. What I wanted to talk about today was the fact that I see so many people just setting themselves too low a target. So you'll see this all the time. People are just constantly trying to lower their expectations on what they think is achievable, and I think it's quite a bad, it's kind of like an epidemic in this kind of stage within our society at the moment. People are always thinking that they cannot do things. They're never optimistic. Optimism is what is going to actually fuel you, in your progression with things. More than likely, if you think you can do something, you more than likely can. It's called, in that essence, it's where the placebo effect comes into light. So, for example, in my last... So, let's just take this for example. People know that when they start a cutting cycle, so when they start dieting, they're going to be dropping calories, down to a position where they're not really comfortable, they're hungry, and it's known that a lot of people in that situation, bodies, they lose strength. So a certain phenomenon for me is, because everyone's got this shit that they need to deal with, so no one's perfect. So the shit that I have to deal with is whenever I go into a dieting phase where I'm trying to lose weight, I will automatically assume that every single workout I'm not going to be doing as good as what I would be doing before. And what you've kind of got to realise is that actually that's not the case. Your body will, adapt over time, and it will become more efficient at using those lower calories. But that's not the conversation that we're really talking about today. What I want to really just hone in on is the fact that everyone seems to be just really unoptimistic. That whether that's a word, I don't fucking know. They don't think they can achieve this. They always strive for this. So this is where they currently are right now. Where they really want to be is up here. But where they optimistically, that's the optimistic goal. If you were, if you didn't have any expectations, that were no. Let me phrase this differently. If you didn't have any sort of doubts in yourself, this is what you would achieve. But because the market and people thrive on sort of negativity and trying to tell other people, because they didn't have the willpower to actually do this shit, people thrive on telling other people that they also cannot do it. So you'll find that people really want to be there. They're currently here, so they only aim for there, when actually they're doing themselves a disservice, because they more than likely could have reached that goal with the correct willpower. So if you have a goal, don't aim for something that's not your goal. Aim for your goal. It will make it so that have small, so you've got aims and targets. So the way I thought, I did business studies as a when I was in school, so I'm pretty sure a goal is a long-term sort of thing, and you've got little targets in between that goal. So set yourself very short-term goals, targets that you can reach, and every time you get that target, you give yourself a little pat on the back. Say for instance, by the end of the year, this is really probably not going to happen. It will happen. It will fucking happen. By the end of the year, I want to be benching 140. That's for you Americans. It's 3 plates, three 45-pound plates, there or thereabouts, because we use 20.2 pounds for every 45 pounds. So it doesn't really convert. But I want to be doing 140 kg on the bench by the end of the year. Currently at 110. So, and I did 110 easily yesterday. So by the end of the year, I want to be benching 140. So what I would set myself as a little tiny target is, you know, I think I could get 115 by the end of the next week. I probably will, because 110 went up very easily. So 115 is a very achievable goal for me in the near future. Next month, let's aim for 120. So every time you sort of get one of these goals, it reinforces the fact that you can do something. Don't aim for, you know, if I'm 183 pounds, I'm 82.3 kilos right now. I cannot aim for 90 kg just straight off the bat. There's got to be a plan put in place. So as long as your goals are smart, you know, you've got a reason to believe, you need to find all these reasons why you can do something and limit all the beliefs of why you cannot do things. So in short, set yourself achievable goals, set yourself very, you know, high goals as well, and set yourself loads of little tiny goals in between those 2 points, and simply just stick to a plan. If you stick to a plan, if you don't deviate, if you keep, you know, people try and do too many things in life. When you try and, you know, have a great social life, you know, have a great relationship, have a great, you know, gym life, have a great, you know, I don't know, when you go out and party all the time, you know, you're trying to focus on too many different things at one time. You kind of need to sort of trim your branches kind of thing. You need to have sort of 3-4 things that you're really aiming to do in life. And by doing that, you know, those things will fluctuate. You know, you'll put more emphasis in one thing 1 week and, you know, 1 month even, and then 6 months down the line, something else will be battling for that, you know, the first position in your priority list, basically. So really, just fucking do it. Stop being a fucking bitch, and let's just get fucking huge.